Hello there, welcome back. This is Domas, back from work. Today I had some interesting experiences. Um, I was I had to speak in front of I don't know, a bunch of people, like 20 people, and I had to tell them the history of my workplace where I work. And I was thinking just now about stpd and schizotypal personality disorder that I was diagnosed with a few years ago, and how much it played on my social anxiety. And I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was going to burst before this tour that I had to give. It was crazy, but in the end, I've learned what I had to say. I did what I had to do. I said what I said. I said what I said, and they said, I did a good job. And then the relief came after that. I don't know if that's a good workplace environment for me, where I'm put into these stressful situations, but it definitely felt good, um, that I dealt with it and I didn't quit. I didn't like escape it. I just went and looked the dragon right into its mouth, went into the belly of the beast. And I know it's just speaking, but I think people are more afraid of public speaking than they're afraid of death. I think that's the statistics. That's what statistics say. Um, yeah, I was working 12 hours a day, so I didn't manage to get outside and um, go for a walk and film. So I'm filming at home, and it's much more quiet here, so I can focus on what I want to say. But that's social anxiety for me. that's that's what I had to deal with, and it's one of the traits of STPD. So if you have STPD, let me know in the comments below if you ever overcome um, this fear. And like, it's one of the biggest fears that I had to experience. It's like being put on the spot and being like not even managing well mentally, like for the whole day until like 4 o'clock when I had to talk. It was insane, to be honest. But I over I overcame that, and I wonder if you guys have ever been put into situations like that. I mean, it seems like nothing, nobody's going to kill you, nothing's gonna happen, but for some reason, I guess that's the fear of embarrassing yourself. I think that's what kind of comes first. I mean, I'm talking even now, like I have to talk in front of a camera, and I have to have that social anxiety under control, but it kind of pushes you, and it kind of stops you, and it's like this, I don't know why I want to say vertigo, when it's like you're kind of like suspended in the air, if that's the right expression for that. When you're in this like suspended state, you can't go. It feels like you can't go forward, but you also can't go back. So you just have to endure whatever you're going through. And when you're past that, it's kind of fun. But when it's before that, it's like all hell's breaking loose. That's how it feels like. So let me know how you deal with your social anxieties and fear of embarrassing yourself. But one thing I also realized that, you know, I'm stronger than I think that I am. Like, I can endure more than I think that I can. Like, you know, I wouldn't think of these challenges for myself. I wouldn't come up with these challenges. So how I when somebody else gives you this challenge, it seems like it doesn't make sense. It's like every part of your body wants to deny it, wants to say that it's wrong, wants to like not have to deal with it. And I mean, I guess it's just practice. Like you need more practice in public speaking or something, but I thought that it really like I have some practice of public speaking. I don't have a lot, but it's really fear, like the fear of embarrassing yourself or saying something wrong. But when you're in that moment, it kind of feels nice. It feels like you're giving some benefits for the listeners and some interesting stories, something that you heard, something that was interesting to you. So, you know, I got good words from, you know, from my manager, and you know, she said I'd done well. Even the director of the whole sanatorium that I work for, he was there, and you know, I wasn't stressing about that. I was stressing about trying to remember what I have to say. So yeah, that's that. But you're stronger than you think that you are, and you can remember more things than you think that you can. I mean, I still did it my own way, kind of. I still kind of just played it by ear. I tried to memorize as many facts about the place as I could, but then when I told the facts, I still told the facts that were the most kind of interesting to me. And it's 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 funny how like even in situations where you think you should behave, you should like do really what you're supposed to do, you kind of still put an element of creativity in there. And I think that's that stpd playing out. I think it's like it it wants to show its personality, it wants to show its odd behavior, and I think that that's okay. I think that's I don't know. I think that's part of me. I think that everybody that has this STPD, that they are quite eccentric, like, and that's not a bad thing, I don't think. So if you have it and you're struggling with it, or if you're, you know, have any bad thoughts about it, like, don't necessarily put yourself down because you might be sitting on a gold mine, you know, like turn your biggest weakness into your biggest strength. I think that's how we should approach this. So whenever you're faced with a challenge, think whether that's putting you down or whether it's trying to raise you up again and higher than you think that you can go. You know, you're stronger than you think that you are. And I'm wishing you all the best in your endeavors because, yeah, life is not easy, but you've got this. You've got this. So be sure that you know your power, or be sure to know that you don't know your power and that it is bigger than you. But you have to have challenges. You have to maybe have challenges from the outside world as well, like not necessarily from yourself, because every time we give ourselves challenges, it's either too big or it's too small. You know, it needs to come from a random place. It feels like it. At least that's how it is for me. So that's it, guys. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for coming onto this channel and listening. This was Domas reporting about my experiences with schizotypal personality disorder and just sharing my story. sharing my thoughts on things. So, love you as always. And can't wait to see you in the next video. So, take care and peace.